Welcome back. This is part 2 with Art with Ryan about Philip Ashdor Cushion's The Subway Reporter. And these are his images that we've already talked about of walking around different New York subways. He's been doing this since the 70s and he's still doing it. And these are his drawings. So these are not commissioned by anyone. These are his own renderings of different subway stops, and as we've been looking, they're phenomenal because these are the ones he's gone home and redone based on his notes, and some of them he does take back out into the city. So for those of you who are just joining us, a real short synopsis about Philip Ashdor Cushion is that he is a man that lives in New York City. He is going around to almost every subway stop and recording what the tile work looks like at the individual subway stations looks like. So these are from Bowling Green right here, and you can see, like, without going to Bowling Green itself, you can kind of get an imagination of what the subway tile looks like. So if you were on the subway tile and you wanted to recreate it, he's giving you basically the map on how to do it, what the ornamental tiles look like, what the basic color tiles looks like, the color patterning, so that you could recreate this Bowling Green station. And then now we're going to look at some of his other stuff. So these are different ones from a different subway station, and I really like these because we're looking at them and they're kind of a different shape than what we've seen him do, but they're just as beautiful, and when you pull away, you can see kind of that very much the tactile feel of the ornamentation that is being put in through the tile work. Oh, it's 110th Street. So here we are at 110th Street, which is the first stop in Harlem at the top of Central Park. And it's a subway station that I'm very familiar with. And I know this tile work, and I know, it's very traditional throughout the city. And as soon as I saw the color blocking of it, I was like, I know exactly what this looks like. And the nice thing about this exhibit at the Transportation Museum in Grand Central Station is that you have these blocks. So here you have the 137th and then this triple head. Well, here you go in and you're going and you're like, okay, I can see the olive green and I can see certain things. But then right there, we're zooming out on it, is the triple head right there above the 137th Street City College. Now this is on the 1 line. Again, this is in Manhattan. And this is a subway station that I'm kind of familiar with. And there are the actual blocks that have been replaced so that you can see an actual kind of rendition of what these physical stones look like. So some of them have been replaced, some of them have new ornamentational work put into them, and he's going through and he's documenting them. So here's how he does it from the first video. Here is his notebook that he goes and he makes detailed notes of what's happening. And then here we have kind of these finished product drawings where he's cataloging what's happening. And one thing that I really like is, see how that black and that gray between the flowers? That's not accidental, that's on purpose, because some of these subway stations do have that kind of flower that goes in. So here's the tile right there, but you'll see that the tile changes or that it's cut around the shape of the flower. So it's very interesting to see what's happening with these color tiles. So very interesting. It's 3rd Avenue. But yeah, these are all things that are happening here in New York City. 3rd Avenue, I'm not sure if that's Brooklyn or if that's Manhattan. I don't go all the way down to 3rd Avenue very often, if at all, to be honest. But again, this isn't everything in the exhibit. Now there's 2 videos about this. This is not everything in the exhibit. what is at the exhibit is extraordinary, and I highly recommend that you go down. One, it's in Grand Central Station. Two is that it's free to the public, and that you can walk around, take video, and show off kind of some of your New York pride and your kind of like enthusiasm for the subway system, because it's in a great location. Now, it's got 9 to 5 type hours, so if you are a commuter, it's a great place to stop in real quick, give it a look, and just be proud to see what the New York City subway system has evolved in artistically over the years. So it's really fun to look at. Nevin Street, I think that's down towards South Manhattan. I'm not sure. But look, it's wide or ochre Masic border. So he's giving you these like very detailed inscriptions of what's happening. And then he goes into the detail of this ornamentation right below the wording, and you can see the wording right here kind of like coming through. Like, he's very thorough in what's happening. It's not just by happenstance that he's almost giving you the cookbook of how to cook up your own subway kind of decoration. And so here is one of his notebooks again, and he has many notebooks, as you've already seen in this exhibit if you've already watched the first video, is that he'll go home, sketch, and then come back and draw these beautiful, overly detailed, they almost remind me of lino prints, because there is no shading outside of just a singular etch. And I like how that H and the H mirror each other beautifully. We're coming toward the end of what I recorded, so you're going to have to go and look at all the things that I did not record, because it's truly beautiful. I'm not sure when the public transit will be closing this exhibit, but if you haven't already seen it, you're missing out, because it's one of those exhibits that it's not going to be there forever, but it's going to be there long enough for you to go and get a really good glimpse. So probably there through the summer. I need to do some more research. I haven't checked. But, yeah, aren't these beautiful? I kind of want one, and I don't know how to go about acquiring one. So if you have any contacts, feel free to hit it up in the comments below. Again, thanks for joining me with Art with Ryan, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can find out about future episodes. Thanks!